right, everyone, welcome back to another video. So it would seem that the pro-Palestinian activist types have struck yet again, not just here in Australia, with them trying to ruin Christmas for little kids and calling Maya genocidalists or whatever else they want to throw out that isn't actually true. But over in the US, in the Senate building, don't know if you guys saw this, but the mainstream media would have done a fantastic job in covering it up because it's an actual insurrection that's taking place. But hey, we're not going to look too much into that. We're only going to repeat January 6th and say that was the worst possible insurrection in the history of the United States. Not to, paint a picture for you all, but look at this particular video. I'll show you in just a moment. But let me set the scene for you, ladies and gentlemen. You're at the Senate building, right? And all of a sudden it erupts by pro-Palestinian protesters and activists chanting free Palestine and everything else they chant, holding up signs and banners, and there's a lot of them. And one thing that I absolutely loved were the police. So have a watch of these activist types shouting and doing their own protesting thing. Why? I don't know. It's not going to make a world of difference. But anyway, I think send all of these dingbats over there if they want to be over there so much. You don't see these dingbats protesting like the Ukraine-Russia conflict, do you? Like the US are sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine, not over to Israel, I'll have you know, just to the Ukraine people. Zelensky, every time he comes over, he always walks away with an extra $1 billion. I think now he's really upset because Trump's going to be in power. He's no longer going to get a lot of money. He's no longer going to be sucking at the tit of Joe Biden anymore. But it's interesting to me how these people are all, in favor of Palestine and not Israel. And they're going, fund jobs, fund education, fund all this other stuff and not genocide. Mate, the US is barely spending much money at all and giving it to Israel. Israel is doing their own thing on their own dime for the most part. Well, haven't you looked too much into that? But they're sending more money over to Ukraine than they are sending it over to our actual ally, Israel. But hey, we're not going to be investigating that too much further. And what a bunch of nuisances, man. Seriously, they've got nothing better to do with their time. So they're going to rant and rave, jump up and down, be absolute, utter idiots in the Senate building. I'm not actually sure which Senate building this is. Maybe it's the Senate building in Washington. Who knows? But my goodness me, These people have got no bounds whatsoever. And I love the police response. They just went after these dingbats and took away the signs. And I can only imagine how many would have been arrested, because this is an actual insurrection. They're taking over the Senate building, protesting. Like, the January 6th Capitol, for the most part, was a peaceful time. And a lot of people were actually arrested and put in prison for their peaceful protests. But, mate, these people, they get let off scot-free. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. And, because I'm protesting, I don't care what the hell you're doing. You're you're in a place that you shouldn't be, first and foremost, and you're chanting and ranting and raving certain things that you should not be ranting and raving about. And you just see, the policeman with the beard just grabbing the sign and ripping it out of the guy's hand. Fantastic. And all the others just going after the protesters. And US Capitol Police, there we go, more and more. You see the other guy with the beard with the glasses on his head. He's just like, I'm gonna get you all. Like, let's go. And look, they're all out on the terraces or whatever you want to call it. They're just everywhere. There's so many of them. And this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you let these dingbats into the house. They just take over everything. Absolute nuisance. Oh, look at these people all standing in solidarity, arm in arm for Palestine. You gotta love them, hey. Just absolutely ridiculous. And I wonder, like, the mainstream media didn't cover this because, well, they're the mainstream media and it doesn't fit the certain narrative that they want to send. Being against Israel will just completely dismiss this actual insurrection that is taking place on the US Senate building with pro-Palestinians that want Palestine to win and Hamas to win. Let's forget about them. And let's only make news about all the bad things that Israel is doing to the Palestinian people. Because once again, people, it's about the message. It's about the message. We've got to defund Israel. It's like defund the police until we actually need them. Like, yeah, let's defund Israel. See what happens with that. They won't be allowed to exist anymore. All because these pro-Palestinian dim-witted dingbats running around and chanting, all right, if you guys want to support Palestine so much, get over there. Get on a plane and get over there. We don't want you here in the Western world. We don't. So get lost. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.